So you keep posting content to Instagram that you feel is good, but instead of taking off, it just sits there. No reach, no engagement, nothing. And so your brain jumps straight to, I must be shadow banned. And shadow bans are real, but most of the time, that's not the problem. The real reason your reach is tanking usually has nothing to do with the ban and everything to do with your content. And that's what we're diving into today. How to spot what's really holding your reach back, and more importantly, how to fix it so your content gets recommended and your business grows. By the way, hello you wonderful people. Welcome to or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we're Tiffany and Craig. We've helped global brands hit their social media goals for over 10 years, and now we make content to help you grow, build trust, and turn content into income. Let's dive in.
So let's kick this off with the big question. Is an Instagram shadow ban even real, and are you shadow banned? The answer is yes, shadow bans do exist, but they're not some mysterious, unconfirmed thing anymore. You can actually check for yourself. In Instagram, go to settings and activity, scroll down to more info and support, then hit account status, and you should see greens all across the board. If you don't, Instagram will tell you exactly what content or account issues are stopping you from being recommended. And you'll have some options, either edit, delete, or even submit a post for review. Now, here's a part most people don't realize. For the majority of us creating and posting on Instagram, when reach drops, it's not about a ban, it's about the content strategy. And the good news is that we've seen business owners and creators turn their reach around even after being shadow banned, doing everything we wouldn't recommend. Buying followers, doing spammy follow-on-follow practices, and cramming hashtags into their posts after Instagram said to stop. They still ended up growing later on. And why? Because they cleaned up their strategy. They started creating better content, earned trust, and triggered the right signals to reach the right people once again. So if it's possible for them, it's definitely possible for you, which means the next part is critical. Let's walk through what's really hurting your reach and how to fix it.
Now here's where things get real. So you might not be shadow banned, but you are posting the kind of content Instagram has straight up said will kill your reach. That's non-recommendable content. And here's what it looks like. Uploading watermarked content. So if you're pulling videos straight from TikTok or another app, Instagram is going to bury it. They have said that. And the quick fix for this is to use a tool like savettt.cc, which we'll link for you below, to download without watermarks before you post. Now, videos as well that are too long, if you have reels over 3 minutes, save those for YouTube. Instagram has specifically stated that to show up in recommendations, your videos have to be under 3 minutes, which is a more recent extension. It was actually 90 seconds previously. And honestly, from what we've seen across the clients and across our own content, the shorter the better is still typically the rule. Another non-recommendable type of content is unoriginal or reposted content. So if you're re-uploading other people's posts and Instagram catches it, it'll reduce your reach or try to give that credit to the original creator instead. They have specifically said, we are less likely to recommend reposts of a reel that's already on Instagram. Content with noticeable watermarks or accounts that regularly collect and reshare others' content. So if you want to lift someone else's content, use the remix tool so the platform recognizes your original spin. Another, which we still see to this day, is low quality visuals. If your content is blurry or pixelated, Instagram will deprioritize it. Always export at a minimum of 1080p. That goes for videos, images, and graphics. And then another that continues on is spamming hashtags. If you're using 30 hashtags under every single post, you are going against Instagram specific recommendations. Things have changed. 30 hashtags used to work when the algorithm was based more on self-discovery. What a time. Right. But everything is different now. This is an interest-based delivery system now. Those days are long gone. Today, SEO and the use of keywords are way more powerful. So if you do use hashtags, keep it under 5 and make sure that none of them are banned. And if you want to know if a hashtag is banned, just type it into search. And if you see a message that says something along the lines of it's hidden due to guideline violations, don't use it. You would actually be very surprised at how many normal hashtags are quietly banned. So it's all about keywords and SEO. And if you want to learn more about how to optimize your posts for SEO, check out the video that we have here where we dive into how to increase your reach with SEO. It'll be linked below and in the cards.
Another huge one is content that violates Instagram's recommendation guidelines. And this is a bit sneaky. So even if your content is allowed, it may not be eligible for recommendations, which means it'll only be shown to your followers and not new audiences. And you know, if you're not reaching new people, you're not growing.
Period.
These guidelines are broader than you think, especially if you're in industries like health or finance. We're dropping the official link in the description so you can check if your industry is affected by these rules. Now, we've covered the things that can flat out kill your reach. So let's talk about what you should be doing instead.
Now, this is where content optimization comes in. So first, use the right formats. Prioritize vertical when possible. Go 4x5 for photos or 3x4 now in graphics and 9x16 for videos.
Yes.
So you want to take up as much screen real estate as possible. And of course, your reels, keep them under 3 minutes, but definitely under 90 seconds if possible, unless you really believe the length is worth it and you can really retain your audience's retention. Speaking of reels, lean into Instagram's growth engines as well. Reels and carousels are still the best formats for discovery, and don't forget audio as well for both your reels and carousels, as that's going to expand your opportunity for reach in the reels feed. Again, and before I even speak to a few more of these, we have a full video on how to create reels that are scroll stopping. So definitely recommend that you check that out, and we'll leave it in the description box for you. But on top of all of this, make your content searchable. That is really, really important when we're talking to optimization. Keywords in your captions, on-screen text, and in your audio literally tell Instagram who should see your content. So you think of it as feeding the algorithm directions.
Another important thing to consider is to hook your audience early. If your reels or carousels don't spark curiosity in the first few seconds or swipes, people will scroll away. Retention is really the game when it comes to Instagram and essentially most social apps. So lead with a hook that calls out your target viewer within the first 3 seconds. And also add captions to your videos. There are so many videos I want to watch, but I can't because I'm not in a place to blast audio. There are no captions to read it instead. Kind of drives me crazy.
I'm going to do a Reels rant on this though. I still see it, but I'm going to do a Reels rant about all the situations where you are in a place where you just can't listen to the audio and then you have to skip the reel because you don't have captions on.
Stories too.
Yeah, stories too. Stories are another big one.
I say way more people put them on reels than stories.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, it's crazy. Keep that one in mind.
Yeah.
Also, you can add location tags. So especially if you're a local business or you're visiting somewhere, it's a free built-in way to get in front of people nearby. And they added that map thing recently, that map feature where it actually shows up a lot more. So it seems like they're really putting a focus on that location-based thing. And if you're sitting there thinking, all right, but how do I know if I'm doing this correctly? This is exactly what we review inside our membership channel. We break down your content and show you how to optimize it for reach and retention. So if you want hands-on feedback from us directly, check the link below and join us there. Here on YouTube, it's probably the favorite thing we've ever done.
It's awesome.
We say it a lot.
Awesome. Yeah. Community is great over there.
Ain't it?
Yeah. So here's the real problem a lot of people face. You are not actually delivering the kinds of content that your audience needs. Instead, you're just throwing out random posts you think you should make. And here's how to fix that. Every time you post, ask yourself 2 questions. 1, what do I want my audience to get out of this post? And 2, would I save this or share this if I saw it in my feed? If you do not know the answer, you probably need content pillars. Pillars are what give your strategy direction and help you consistently deliver value. We have a completely free download and a full video walking you through how to build them using our pillars framework. Both will be linked for you in the description. And once you've got those pillars in place, you can use our 4 C's of social media growth to make sure your content actually lands. So the first C is consistency. Growth is all about reps. Most people just quit way too early. So you need to show up consistently, even if that's just once or twice a week at first. And you'll see you will start to get results in that will stack, and then you'll finally have something that you can measure. The second C is content quality. So quality doesn't mean that you need to have something cinematic. It means that you have something valuable. Your content should educate, inspire, or entertain. And bonus points if it looks and sounds good. Again, not a massive production, just clear audio, solid lighting, and editing that keeps people watching.
The third C is clarity. So do you actually know who you're talking to? When you're vague, your content gets ignored. When you're clear about your audience's needs, struggles, and goals, your posts get engagement and therefore reach. The fourth C is community, and this is the most important one. Growth without community is just empty numbers. When you make your audience feel seen and you engage with them, you build trust, and that's what turns followers into customers, referrals, and real support. This means no posting and ghosting, and definitely engaging with your community when they comment on your posts and send DMs. We literally saw Khloe Kardashian reply to a comment the
I
other
saw
day.
it. And then I showed it to you.
That's true. Thank you for saying that, because otherwise I was just trying to be like...
Yeah, you're trying to... I get it. But no,
like,
it was me.
I'm looking
it was
too,
me.
but shouts to Khloe. So if she has time, so do you.
Yeah, she's replying to comments. I'm going to put the screenshot in because I think I took the screenshot to say if we're going to show this in a video.
I remember when
that
you
if
showed,
she
you were
can
like,
reply, you can definitely reply.
It's pretty cool. And this is why the 4 C's matter so much. If you're consistent, if your content is high quality, clear, and community focused, growth is inevitable. And the best part, when you build your strategy around content pillars and the 4 C's, you'll never run out of content ideas. And once you start layering in the data Instagram gives us, you'll know exactly which ideas are worth doubling down on. Let's break that down next.
Another big reason business owners and creative entrepreneurs feel stuck on Instagram is this: you haven't found a content pattern that works for you. And most of the time, it's because you're not looking at your insights the right way. So Instagram now gives us more data than ever. And we actually broke it all down in a recent video on the new insights updates, which you can check out here and in the description. But this data now is gold. So here's what you need to look at: retention. So that's which videos are keeping people watching all the way through. That tells you if your hooks and setup are actually working or if you need to pivot your delivery and format. Then your carousel frames, which slides are actually getting people to stop and engage. This shows you what visuals are resonating and sometimes which topics are resonating too. Another one is shares and follows, so which posts are driving the most of each. This will tell you what people find valuable enough to pass on and what actually attracts new followers. Those patterns tell you what you need to do more of. And if you're not seeing the results you want yet, honestly, it is a volume game. You have to keep posting, keep testing until you can clearly see what's working. Every post is data, but only if you actually study it. And if you're not sure how to read your data or what to test first, again, this is exactly what we help you with inside our membership channel. We will review your content, we'll help you spot the patterns, and show you how to adjust so your time on Instagram actually leads to growth. Because the bottom line is this: if you're not testing and learning, you are not growing.
Facts.
So are you shadow banned? For most people, the answer is no. What's really holding you back is honestly your content strategy. But the good news is you know how exactly to fix it now. Avoid non-recommendable content, optimize for reach, build your pillars, lean into the 4 C's, and study your insights. If you want to go deeper, check out the videos and resources we've linked in the description, especially the one on SEO and the one breaking down Instagram's new insights. Both will give you even more tactical ways to grow. At the end of the day, we promise you, Instagram does not hate you. You just need clarity, strategy, and consistency. And when you've got those, your reach and growth will follow. Thank you so much for watching. Check out this video next, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.